World War II was full of incredible moments, stories of heroism, tragedy, and the resilience of the human spirit. But one battle stands out as one of the most bizarre and inspiring events of the war. This is the story of the Battle of Castle Itter, a fight where sworn enemies, American soldiers, German Wehrmacht troops, and French prisoners joined forces against a desperate SS assault. It's a tale of courage, unity, and survival against all odds. Let's dive in. Castle Itter, located in the picturesque Austrian Alps, has stood for centuries, a silent witness to history. During World War II, however, it became the site of a grim chapter in Nazi Germany's rule. The castle was repurposed as a prison for high-profile French prisoners. The captives included notable figures such as former Prime Ministers Édouard Daladier and Paul Reynaud, military commanders like General Maurice Gamelin and Jean Borotra, a world-famous tennis player. These individuals were held as political hostages, pawns in the Nazis' plans to negotiate with the Allies. By May 1945, Nazi Germany was in complete disarray. Hitler had committed suicide, and Berlin was in ruins. As Allied forces advanced, German troops began to surrender or desert. Amid this chaos, the SS became more erratic and dangerous. The guards stationed at Castle Itter abandoned their posts, leaving the prisoners in control of the fortress. Realizing the SS could return at any moment, the prisoners sent out a desperate call for help. Their message reached an unlikely hero, Major Josef Gangl. Josef Gangl was a Wehrmacht officer who had grown disillusioned with the Nazi regime. By 1945, he was secretly working with the Austrian resistance to protect civilians from the SS. When he learned of the situation at Castle Itter, Gangl knew he had to act. He and a small group of loyal soldiers sought help from nearby American forces, led by Captain John C. Jack Lee Jr. Despite being on opposite sides of the war, the two officers formed a plan to rescue the prisoners and defend the castle. On May 5, 1945, a combined force of 14 American soldiers, 10 Wehrmacht troops, and the French prisoners prepared to face an SS battalion. Their defenses included a single Sherman tank, nicknamed Besotten Jenny, and whatever small arms they could gather. The defenders knew they were outnumbered and outgunned, but they had one advantage: the castle itself. With its thick walls and elevated position, it was an ideal defensive stronghold. The French prisoners, despite being civilians, also played an active role. Jean Borotra even volunteered for a dangerous mission to run through enemy lines and bring reinforcements. The SS launched their assault with overwhelming firepower. Machine gun fire and mortar rounds rained down on the castle, but the defenders held firm. Using the castle's fortified walls and their limited ammunition wisely, they repelled wave after wave of attackers. Borotra's daring escape succeeded, and he managed to alert additional American forces. Meanwhile, inside the castle, the defenders' resolve never wavered. Even as the situation grew dire, they refused to surrender. After hours of intense fighting, Borotra's reinforcements arrived, turning the tide of the battle. The SS, realizing they were outmatched, retreated, leaving behind their wounded and dead. Against all odds, the defenders of Castle Itter had emerged victorious. The victory came at a cost. Josef Gangl, the Wehrmacht officer who had risked everything to save the prisoners, was killed in action. He is remembered as a hero who stood against tyranny in its darkest hour. 2 days later, on May 7, 1945, Germany officially surrendered, ending the war in Europe. The Battle of Castle Itter remains one of the most extraordinary stories of World War II. a battle where enemies became allies, united by a shared sense of humanity and justice. Today, Castle Itter is a quiet reminder of this incredible event. The bravery and unity displayed by the defenders serve as a powerful symbol of hope, even in the darkest times. The Battle of Castle Itter shows us that even in the chaos of war, humanity can prevail. What do you think about this incredible story? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.